Indeed. Final part of tonight's show. And this is an update of the TPC community or village for this week. 2 more members came out and visited the site this past week. Both loved it and both want to move there. 2 more members are now engaging with the landowners about the purchase of lots there, with a 3rd one also interested. This adds to the 5 or 6 people who are potentially going ahead with land purchases or moving there. Now, we have gained much more clarity of what the full costs are of moving there and many other potentials over the past month. And our grant team is working on getting grants for the TPC for numerous projects for the first village first, and then we will move on to a potential second village once that develops more. But the first village is the base. From there we grow. I can now announce as of today, the first land lot is now under contract and will close shortly. The next step is some land improvements, and then it will be ready for the house. All being well, the first occupants should be in by August. So that's the pleasing news for today. Final piece for tonight, having spoken to several members recently, is many of our group now are experiencing or have experienced discontent with their love partners at the moment. Some have left, some are leaving, and some are pondering on doing it. And I mentioned this would happen as far back as May 2015. I've made several other veiled references to it along the way, and a cryptic line of maybe the frequencies of the past are now returning. So what is the cause of these splits in relationships? Well, the answer is simple, but also hard to accept and comprehend at times. But don't react to it. Ponder on it and arrive at your own conclusions. This world has an epidemic or pandemic of low vibration, low self-worth, and insecurity people. These are the vast majority of descriptions of the people around the world. Inflated ego is an external cover for an insecure, low self-worth person. And it is the real pandemic and why we have to stop dragging each other down and lift each other up. People in the past met each other because they were both low vibration, low self-worth, and insecure people. It is the magnetic attraction effect, the frequency effect. You were attracted to the same frequency. And when you understand everything is about frequency, as Tesla has mentioned, this makes more sense. But here is the kicker. Love is a higher vibrational frequency. So how can love operate in a low vibrational field? The answer is, it can't. It is a version of love we adapted to on a low vibrational scale, but it's not real love. It is a copy, a mirror image, an illusion of what is real. We have spoken in the past of you choose love or fear. Fear is a low vibrational and an absence of love. Love is a higher vibrational and an absence of fear. So you cannot love in a low vibrational, low self-worth and personally insecure status or frequency. You are only imagining it. How do we know that? Some people may not like that statement. So how do we know that could be true? Because they tell you in their own words. We just didn't decode it. They tell you to fall in love, or you fell in love. Why do you need to fall to be in love? You don't and you can't. So we all need to rise to be in love. Change the terminology. I rose in love. I have risen in love. I have elevated in love. Many of our members have gone from these low vibrational states into a higher vibrational state. They have shifted from the fear realm to the love realm, but their partners haven't matched that change. And so their partners are now seen in a different light, which is also a frequency, and no longer have that magnetic attraction anymore. Those that have stepped out and seeking new partners must be aware that your field of matching partners are very few. It is and can be a lonely space. But don't despair should that be the case, as it gives you more time to develop, process, heal the self, and when the time is right, he or she will arrive. Given the low numbers, and it is low numbers around the world, of elevated frequency people, maybe in purely overview terms, the polyamorous lifestyles will be the way forward. Not polygamy, which is marrying two people. Marriage is a binding agreement and in an overview way encourages ownership. But this is the description of polyamorous. A polyamorous relationship is a relationship that involves multiple people involved with one another, with everyone understanding each other. That sounds just like the TPC village and all the people I've met. It does not have to mean a sexual union, just caring and sharing. It says a lifestyle with one or more partner can teach one to love themselves in different perspectives and can teach one how to love others deeply all at the same time, in a way that involves loving one another together. And it says polyamorous relationships are not solely about sex, but rather what one person could give you emotionally and in terms of a connection that the other person could not. If one cannot feel these connections towards that person, there could not be an attraction, either frequency-wise or sexually. But what is interesting to note is that the millennials, known to some as starseeds, or those that came in from 2000 onwards with more memory and extra DNA, are highly open and prevalent in polyamorous circles. The question is that telling us something? With extra memory, these are known as born in sin. The god of knowledge is sin. We are their predecessors, as we are the sin eaters. The report goes on, it says this must also not be mistaken for open relationships either. The term open relationship means one or both partners are seeking external sexual partners. This is not the way for polyamorous relationships. Polyamory is about multiple relationships intertwining based on love and emotional connections, which is no different to our TPC memes or, in overview, the interconnectedness of combining our PSI fields. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. Bye for now. The power of love, a force from above, cleaning my soul. Love is like an energy, which is a frequency. Make love your goal. Bye for now.